Hey everyone, so this coffee talk is gonna be on confidence. So confidence is pretty much a necessity in life. I got a ton of comments asking me how I became confident and pretty much the path from when I wasn't confident to confident now, how I got there, how to boost self-esteem. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I did, as you can tell. I got burnt here and here, and it's so hot in Sacramento that I have to wear my hair up. Like, even though like our air conditioner is like blaring, it still is really hot. So bear with me, I had to throw my hair up and, you know, wear minimal amount of clothing. Anyway, confidence. Confidence is something that is gained over time. It isn't something that you're born with. I don't think. Everybody grows up differently, and it comes to people quicker than others. With me, I didn't have that much confidence when I was younger. I was the baby of the family, and I had a lot of guidance, but it's still like I'm the type of person that I learn things through experience. So even though I had tons of, like, my brothers and sisters, they are not shy at all, it took me a while to actually break through my shell, and once I did, literally my world had changed. When I was in junior high, elementary and junior high, I had a good amount of friends, but it was just really hard to really join activities and stuff, because I hate that initial, when you go in and you meet people and your first impression is very important, I feel. So when I have to make that first impression, I get really nervous, shaky, like my stomach starts hurting. But over time, when throughout high school, I joined cheerleading, and that really helped me. That really helped me boost my confidence, because I know I had to be in front of a crowd. It really helped when I put myself in awkward positions like that. So I have to learn how to get out of those situations. I think it's really important, especially if you don't have somebody motivating you to become more confident. You kind of have to motivate yourself. And that's kind of what I did. I didn't want to be that way anymore. I didn't want to be shy. I couldn't live my life like that, worrying about what people thought of me and how I would look if I did certain things. So I just did it. I just signed up for cheerleading, and that was like the beginning of how I became a little more confident. Now, when I had gone to fashion school, FIDM, the school is accredited, so that means that you have to do all the things that anybody else would at like a junior college or university to get at least an AA. You could do BA, but at least to get an A, you had to, you know, pass all the math requirements, English requirements, like history requirements, and you have to take public speaking. So I was actually lucky, because in my class, in my degree or in my program, a lot of the people were girls. So of course, they're not going to be as harsh, or I think I was more comfortable because I was surrounded with girls, and I was so glad that I had taken a class with mostly women, because that was just like a stepping stone to where I am today. I think that's another thing about being confident. You have to be open-minded and not take everything serious. If somebody is giving you a constructive criticism, you have to see who that person is, like kind of evaluate where the criticism is coming from and take it from there. And that kind of helped me in that class. I actually got an A in that class because I became more confident, more comfortable in front of an audience, and I was actually taking their criticism. I was actually, you know, oh, maybe I need to be a little bit more this way, a little bit more when I do my speeches. So it actually paid off. I think when I had moved to LA, I think that my confidence went down. I was in an atmosphere that I wasn't familiar with. So it went back down because I was just kind of like new to the scene. But eventually I got comfortable. I had met one of my best friends, Ashton. She really helped me come out of my shell, because she was like, who cares? Be yourself. She really pushed it, and I think that's kind of how she is like, lives her life like that. So it made me out there a little bit more. It helped me for sure. Being around her was motivating to become that way, to become way more confident in myself. Confidence is definitely something that you need every day. When you go to school, when you especially enter a class late, like who cares? Who cares that everybody's looking at you because they know you're late? Who cares? What is that going to do for you in the future? Nothing. And that's how you have to think of it. What are these people's opinions actually going to mean in your life? And hopefully you don't take them serious, because then they mean nothing. So that's kind of where I'm getting at. You can't take what people say seriously, because for one, let's figure out why they're trying to say it, or why they are saying it. It's because, one, either they're trying to tear you down. Two, they see that you're succeeding, and naturally people just want to tear people down when they see somebody succeeding. Three, people do things because they're jealous and they can't do it themselves. And so of course they're going to say something about it. I think somebody that is confident is above all that, is literally somebody that congratulates. And it's like that stupid little saying, what is it? Don't hate, congratulate. I think that's exactly what kind of motto I stuck to was, why hate? It takes too much energy, and especially when you should be working and focusing on things for your future and your life to better your life. Why focus on what other people are doing? Confidence, it comes over time, so it's not something that you're just going to get. So you have to build it, and you have to follow, certain rules to get yourself out of there. Like, one, don't join in gossip sessions. Like, don't start, picking at other people. I mean, honestly, that's such a waste of time. What is it really going to do for you? Nothing. Be positive. Try to help people. Try to steer them in the right direction. It makes you feel more confident, because I think the decisions that you make in your life make up the person that you are. So if you decide to talk crap about somebody or hate on somebody, it just kind of shows the person that you are. Confidence also is being sure about yourself and your decisions that you make. So if you decide to do something in your life, be confident enough to not be ashamed of your decisions. Be proud of yourself. Motivate yourself. And how I'm confident enough to get in front of a video camera and talk to all you great people is that I love helping people. So in a way, when I started my channel, I actually saw that, people were writing me back saying, oh, thank you so much for doing this or saying this. It actually made me feel really good. And obviously it made me feel a little bit more confident in myself and what I was saying. But it just made me feel like this is like something that, I obviously enjoy doing. You can tell that I've been uploading a lot more than usual, and it's because I love doing this. I actually love doing it, and I love getting the feedback that you guys have, because even though I don't know you on a personal level, I really do feel like I have connected. That gives me more confidence to talk to you right now. Confidence can be a lot of things. It could be like you're more confident in your appearance. I think that if you want to feel good and look good on the outside, you have to feel good on the inside. So that means mentally, physically, emotionally, and I think everybody should really focus on themselves on the inside before anything. That should come first, before any physical appearance change on the outside. People really need to be one with themselves and really be in tune with the person that they are. You're more confident in your speech, you're more confident in your thoughts, in your decisions that you make in life, on your emotions. I know that when I was younger, when I would get in like any tiff or any argument, I would get really flustered. I would want to cry because I was so nervous. I just had all these emotions I really couldn't control. But once you get one with yourself, you become more confident, and you can actually, solve the problems that you have with a calm, cool, collective, mindset. So another thing that had helped me with my confidence is I worked as a cocktail waitress, and when I had started, I didn't like to be in front of people, but I made myself do it, and now, you know, talking to people, talking to complete strangers is pretty easy to me now, especially that I'm on YouTube. But it has helped me in so many ways. And I think that's important. You guys have to sacrifice something to get somewhere in life, and it's worth the sacrifice. The sacrifice is putting yourself in really awkward positions and really putting yourself out there, and you will gain a lot more back than you put out there. And you know, I think I've cocktailed for about all through school. I did, yeah, all through school, because it was really easy. It was at night, and during the day I had gone to school, so it was perfect. So like I said before, put yourself in really weird, awkward positions that you have to talk your way out of. And that's probably the best advice I could ever give anybody that is going through anxiety, you know, social anxiety or anything like that. So being confident is things that you're going to need in your everyday life. Like I said, on an interview, you need confidence. That first impression is always important. You know, when I greet somebody or say hi to somebody, I mean, how I do it, and I was actually demonstrating this to one of my friends earlier on how to, you know, how to create a really good first impression. So what I do is, of course, I make eye contact. Eye contact gives recognition that you know that person is in the room, and people like to feel comfortable, so you know, it's only polite, I think, and I was taught to look in somebody's eyes, and when you say hi or hello, nice to meet you, anything like that, you know, shake their hand really firmly so they know you're present as well in the room, and look them in the eye. Another thing that I do is I smile. Smiling is probably the best confidence trick that you can have. Smiling just shows that you're happy and that you have no stress and you are, you know, a confident person. I smile all the time when I am in a room. Like, when, you know, first impressions are really important to me, so I always like to be on time. I like to obviously make myself known that I'm in the room, present-wise, and smiling. It's also important to keep conversations going. Be really interested in everybody that is in the room. Like, say you're meeting, you know, your boyfriend's parents for the first time, or you're at a family function or anything like that. I'm like good at that now. I'm like a pro when I meet like family for the first time. I haven't done it that much, but I know that I make excellent first impressions. And why that is because I'm interested in everybody else's life. So I'm always remembering names. I'm trying to, it's like a job. Like, that first impression is really like work, because that is going to build the foundation to whatever relationship that you're going to be in. It doesn't have to be physical, or, you know, it could be more like job related or anything like that. That's kind of the things that I do. First impressions are very important, though. I know it gets really nerve-wracking when you are meeting people for the first time and all that kind of, you know, all that kind of stuff, but I think that the more engaged you are in the conversation, the less nervous you are, because we get less nervous when we actually can relate to people. I think that for me, that had worked. You know, when you're in a conversation, put yourself in the conversation. Really listen to what people are saying, because you're gonna, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna relate to every one of these people. So, and that should make you feel more comfortable, and you should be more confident to talk. And the big thing for me is just letting the stress go and letting go of opinions. You have to already accept the fact that people, once you walk in a room, people are already having their thoughts about you. If they like you, if they don't. Ooh, I like her shoes. Ooh, I hate her earrings. Ooh, you know, just things like that. You already know initially that this is what they're thinking, you know, when somebody is walking the room. Even if they're not even thinking anything, they just look at you and turn away. It's really not that big of a deal. You almost have to get comfortable with the fact that people are going to think about things like that. And even when you see somebody walk in the room, or they're late or whatever, you always have your opinion about them, right? So of course everybody else is going to have their opinion about you. But that's something that you have to get used to. This is going to happen your whole life. So once you had let go of that, then you should be fine. People are going to have their opinions about you. Who cares? You have opinions about them. It's really not that big of a deal. You almost have to pick and choose your battles with yourself. Like, are you really going to stress about what this person over here is thinking? No, you should just let it go, because you don't want that weighing on your shoulders, or just like, you don't want to focus too much on it. What these people think have no relevance to your life. What these people think are none of your business. Confidence will come through time. Everybody's different. I think that's another thing that you kind of have to tell yourself. Everybody is different. There is no too fat, too skinny, too tall, too short. I mean, that's kind of how the media portrays everybody and what they should think beauty is. But really, it's really the inside. And the people that are focused on the inside more of their self, and they're one with themselves on the inside, then it actually shows on the outside, and that's where confidence comes from. When people say there's just something about somebody, that's what it is. It's that confidence they put out there for people to see, and that's great. I hope everybody gets to that point in their life, and not everybody will, because everybody's different, and you know, some people are a lot more shallow than others, which is okay, because everybody's different. Everybody will get to a point where they're comfortable in their life. Some people need pushing, like I did, and I pushed myself to become more out there, and I think I benefited from it. I think everybody should do things that make them happy and not care what other people think about them, and that's the most important part. So getting to that point is going to be a journey, I think, for certain people, and certain people it'll just become easy. I hope I helped you guys in some certain way. I know, confidence is a really tricky thing, and I hope that my little tricks have helped. If you want to know more or any further, just message me below and ask any questions, or even in my inbox, that's fine. I am still trying to get to some of the people that had wrote me and had asked me questions in my inbox. I will get to everybody, I promise. It's just taking time, the holiday and the weekend, and spending time with my family. So I will get to you guys eventually, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.